What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Saved by the Code, where I discuss all things cryptocurrencies, and we got the juiciest of the juice for y'all today. Saved by the Code's always got the juice, and the price is not reflecting that. We are just floundering at $110,000. Nothing's moving. It's so boring. The most boring bull market of all time is the year 2025. Who would have ever thought, with all of the exciting things happening in the world of crypto? Just look past the price, because there are so many incredible things going on when it comes to crypto, not just Bitcoin and not just in the US. Globally, the amount of things that are going on is just constant, and they're all positive. There's literally like no negative news you can find on crypto or Bitcoin, except for all this stupid nonsense like it's for drug dealers and money launderers and Meanwhile, cash is the absolute king of all that crap. But we got so much bullish news for you. Market's fine. Everything's fine. Bull market's still intact, but my gosh, it's so boring. Like, the price doesn't move. Well, it just like now, it just pops up and then flounders sideways down, and then it blows up for like a week or two, and then just sideways down for like months on end. So boring. But I guess this is just how it is now. It's just different because, if you've been in crypto long enough, you're so used to 100% days, weeks on end with 1,000% gains, 1,000% plus gains. It's just not like that anymore. The market's a lot bigger, and there are other forces at play that were not there before. But nonetheless, I have full confidence that the bull market is still intact and that we got a long way to go. I'm of the viewpoint that we're going to have an extended bull market for the next couple of years. I just don't see any reason as to why Bitcoin would stop. I mean, the momentum is it's weird. We get a ton of momentum and then just blah. Bunch of momentum, then blah. It just doesn't blast past price targets like it used to. Like, Bitcoin just used to blast past, like, oh, we gotta go past $10,000. I'm like, and then we just go to like 13, 14,000 in like 3 days. It was just, that's what you're used to if you've been in the market long enough. But I guess I need to change my expectations and have more patience. Because why isn't Bitcoin $1 million already? This is bullcrap. Call the Bitcoin CEO. I want to speak to him. I want to talk to a manager at that Bitcoin company. I want to talk to someone now. Tell them that the price needs to go up now. All right. Enough of that. Everything's fine though. Bull market's still intact. We're good. As you'll see, as usual, the juiciest of the news and stories and happenings in the crypto space. Just look past the price and your mind will be at ease. But something that's looming and it's just really annoying is this whole interest rate, Fed rate cut crap that the whole world seems to be waiting on this guy to stand up in front of a podium and say, we're going to cut rates by 0.25%. Whoa, my God, 0.25%. Did you hear that? 0.25%. He's going to lower the interest rate. He might even do 0.5%. 50 basis points. Oh my God. And then, I mean, it'll just be Valhalla. Everything will be great. Everyone will just be jumping for joy in the streets when the interest rate is lowered by 0.25%. It's pathetic. It's ridiculous. What is the big deal? 0.25%. Like, I get that's significant in larger numbers, but my God, it's just ridiculous. And it's not even like, this rate cut thing is not even like law. It's just like a suggestion. But everybody follows it. It's so... we literally live in a cartoon. Worse than a cartoon, because it is just... fact is stranger than fiction. Always. It's just so ridiculous how much of a joke everything is. But this in particular, like, the markets will blow up if he cuts interest rates by 0.25%. It's so insane. But that's where we are. And I don't think it's avoidable if this were to happen. If Bitcoin were to somehow happen again, which, by the way, Bitcoin could only happen one time. It can't happen again. You can't create this massive decentralized computing network that's geographically separated all around the world again. Because Bitcoin was just like, it got so big, now it's like unstoppable. So if you tried to do it again, it would just get shut down because people would be like, okay, that can actually like happen now. Anyways, I digress. I just want this to be done. I just want them to say something so this can be, even if it's like, oh, we're not cutting rates. If they don't cut rates, the markets will crash. It's so stupid. It is so stupid. I don't. I just want it to be over. I just want them to say something, whether it be good or bad. Whatever. Cut the freaking rates. Oh, God. Like, but people are saying that the possibilities of them cutting the rates are quite high, higher than they were even like a week or two ago. Apparently because of the jobs report. I get the logic behind it. Cutting rates makes borrowing money cheaper, but how it just like holds up markets like it does is so stupid. Especially like a 0.25%. 1/4. Like, I get it. It is a larger sum of money if you're taking out larger loans, but the majority of people, it's not significant. But anyways, just waiting on good old J-Pals, Jerry Pow, J-Pal, whatever you want to call them, to stand up there and say, we're gonna do this with interest rates. I don't even know when the meeting is, whatever. When is the Fed gonna meet? The biggest scam in the entire world. When are they gonna meet and tell us what to do? It's so pathetic how this stuff is allowed. Oh gosh, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? We need robots now so this stuff doesn't happen anymore. Even though I'm sure crazier things would happen, but so is life. So yeah, let's hear it, buddy. We wanna, I don't know when this meeting is, this Fed meeting, the Fed minutes, or whatever they call them, thinking they're all like in their stupid suits saying stuff that everybody just blindly falls in line and does. Anyways, so yeah, just waiting on the Fed. On the topic of the Federal Reserve, the largest scam in the history of humans, is to host a payments innovation conference on DeFi, stablecoins, tokenization. So they're gonna all meet up and they're gonna talk about crypto and AI and stuff. That's what it sounds like. Just a bunch of old dudes in a room going like, "Hey, this stuff is pretty cool. We should I don't know, do something. Like, it's about time you start talking about crypto." It's only been here for 16 years now. Bitcoin's been around. I don't know if you noticed, but yeah, it's still here. And we got a pro-crypto administration, which is why all this is happening. All of a sudden, wow, everything's pro-crypto. The whole world, the entire world is pro-crypto now. If you are anti-crypto, you are a loser. Loser. Anti-crypto. It uses too much energy. Only drug dealers and money launderers use crypto. It's like the only argument people have against it now, and it's not even an argument. Because the percentages, it's like less than 1% of transactions are illicit in crypto. Compared to like whatever it is in cash. Probably like 15%. A lot of percentage, relatively speaking. But anyways, yeah, Fed's gonna meet up, talk about crypto and technology and stuff. You go, old guys in this big building, scamming us all. Thank you. So happy that you exist. But unfortunately, most people think it's all legit and that we need the Fed, even though they don't even know what the Fed does. I barely know what the Fed does. I just know that they devalue the money that we all work for very quickly. And give it to the rest of their buddies. That's all I know that they do. That is the function of the Fed. Literally is to devalue your money and make their close friends wealthy. That's what they do. They print money and they destroy your savings and the value of your hard-earned money. That's what the Fed does. That's their chief function. They're the CEOs of scamming. Oh, it's so bad. So, whatever. Thanks, Fed. Bye now. No one likes you. Alright. A huge happening occurrence in the crypto space was the launch of World Liberty Finance's token. And man, oh man, it's just another SHIT coin. I hate to say it, but it really is. It's just they're literally blacklisting wallets, blocking in the behind the guise of protecting consumers, of users of the platform, but they're freezing accounts. The whole definition of a blockchain is that you don't do these things, but this is inevitable too. These centralized services built on a blockchain, or just an app running on Ethereum or something, or Solana, that is centralized as all heck. It's just the exact same thing as an online bank, except they're using blockchain to move money around. But accounts can still be frozen, can be censored, all that crap. So, I mean, great, World Liberty Finance, cool, like, Trump's awesome when it comes to crypto. None of this stuff would even be happening without Trump. None of it. Zero. But it's just another crap coin that provides a lot of the same services as so many crypto projects already out there do. I'm just here to provide you with as objective analysis as I can. It's just... but the unfortunate thing is, with all this, is that a lot of these blacklisting events are automated. Accounts will get flagged and everything automatically, so a lot of times erroneously. But it's just the same old thing over and over again. Like this dude, Justin Sun, he's a figurehead in the crypto space. He's I don't know why anybody believes what this guy says. Anyways, but he transferred a lot of money and his tokens got frozen. Who knows? Maybe there's more behind it, but whatever. Regardless, you shouldn't even be freezing accounts. But they do, and they are. It's just the same old crap over again. It's an online bank using blockchain. It's trash. But the unfortunate thing is that a lot of people will literally think Donald Trump is like in a room somewhere, just like blacklisting addresses and stealing people's money. People that invested in this and the price went down. Oh, Donald Trump scammed everyone again. Oh, it was his. It's all him. He's the only one pulling the strings behind the scene. He probably has nothing to do with this. I mean, he does, obviously, but he probably just, like, put up some money for it. Nothing to do with the programming. Nothing to do with the operations or anything. It's just like, yeah, put some money up and, like, but there will be so many news, already are, so many news articles out. Donald Trump scam crypto, is robbing people blindly and leaving them in the streets, and kids are being taken away from their families, and squirrels' heads are getting squashed. Like, it's like the news media machine will make this look like Trump is the biggest scammer of all time. He probably has such a minimal involvement with it. Sure, his name is on it, and he is involved, but minimally. I bet it's just gives money to it, and it's just so insanely hypocritical of these media outlets that put this crap out there, and the double standards are palpable. But yeah, so a bunch of crazy stuff going on with this World Liberty Finance thing, and just because it's Trump's crypto, there's all sorts of bad news stories about it. This one titled "Scam of All Scams." Crypto dev claims Trump-linked World Liberty Finance stole his money. Trump stole it. It was him. He pressed the steal button. He put his mouse over his crypto and pressed steal. Right click, steal. It was all Trump. And that's what this media wants you to think. They literally want you to think Trump is in a room just stealing people's money with this. This guy says, TLDR, they stole my money, and it's because it's the President of the United States family. I can't do anything about it. This is the New Age Mafia. There's no one to complain to, no one to argue with, no one to sue. Once again. And then this guy responds, let's see here. What did he say? I like the response from one of these guys. But I can't find it. Oh, yeah, okay. The incident sparked criticism of the compliance tools used by the project. On-chain sleuth Zach XBT claimed in explaining that automated tools often flag addresses as high risk for trivial or incorrect reasons, including interacting with DeFi contracts or exchanges. He says these tools are, like I said, the blacklisting of these wallets can be automated, and this guy is saying that they're deeply flawed and they can erroneously do stuff. Totally believe it. But there's going to be articles like this that make it seem like Trump is literally stealing your money. Because it's Trump. That's what you do to Trump. You trash him. You can't say he's doing anything good. Oh, no. All bad. So, yeah, all sorts of nutty stuff going on with this WLFI finance, freezing of accounts. So, yeah. It's just another crap coin. I would not buy it. I would not buy WLFI finance. Especially after all this freezing and crap. But Trump is doing so much for crypto, you can't deny it. You can't deny it. But just be wary of the crap you read about this. Trump is not in a room stealing your money. Okay? Okay. Alright, another pretty big story floating around out there right now is that Strategy missed out on being in the S&P 500 this quarter, and it's a big deal. The stock price slipped 3%. 3 whole percent. And it's, Michael Saylor doesn't like it. He thinks it's BS. He thinks he met all the criteria to be in the S&P 500. Robinhood took their spot, apparently. The crypto trading platform, and their stock price went up a lot. It's a big deal to be in the S&P 500, apparently. Big size contest. But apparently they met all the criteria and they didn't get in, and they're bummed out by it. And they're expecting to get in December. But this was like all over the place. I really don't care. But they think it's just these commissioners that just said, nope, we don't want it, even though they met all the criteria. Who knows what the truth is? But nonetheless, Strategy missed out on being in the S&P 500. Maybe in December, buddy. Maybe in December. And I read, too, that a lot of the commissioners or whatever that make these decisions, stated Bitcoin's volatility. Oh, my God. Your net worth of your company, whatever, goes up and down too much. Too much. Not allowed in the S&P 500 because of that. Who knows? But regardless, they didn't make it. They didn't make the cut. Maybe December, and Robinhood beat them to it. So, it's a size contest. That's how it always goes. These stories, SEC and the CFTC are teaming up or something for a pro-crypto push. That's the headline here. Yeah, they're just pushing a lot of pro-crypto stuff. One of them being this ridiculous, insane regulation that traders in the U.S. are not allowed to trade on platforms or trade certain tokens and all this nonsense. These exchanges literally had to make like specific U.S. versions of their exchange because the U.S. is just like cut off from the rest of the world from trading. Like you had to like use a VPN and do all this weird stuff. But now they're proposing that we remove those regulations. But they're just the total change in the regulatory landscape since Trump got in is just amazing. It was a complete 180, total opposite of what it was when the last administration was in. They were so horrible. They attacked crypto companies, ran them out of the freaking country for no reason other than Bitcoin is freedom money and that it undermines their precious institutions that allows them to get rich without doing anything but devaluing our money, which is what the Fed's sole purpose is, by the way. But yeah, just seeing the change in the regulatory landscape and how pro-crypto the SEC and the CFTC is, pretty much the guys that run the show here in the United States, is so great to see. They're considering having crypto assets on U.S. securities exchanges and change how they interpret the ridiculous Securities Exchange Act of 1934. That's how we still define a security in the year 2025, is from this freaking act from 1934. Another complete and total joke that us humans, how we conduct ourselves. Like, why can't someone just come in and propose that we change that? I'm sure someone has. It's like really difficult to change or something. It's just hilarious how we operate. It's 2025 and we're still using this 90-year-old regulation, this act from 1934. But yeah, trading crypto on U.S. securities exchanges, and just a lot of pro-crypto stuff going on around it out there. It's great to see the change in all of this. They also want to do 24/7 stock market trading to keep up with crypto. So, like, it's pretty cool. They're just talking about it. Nothing's, like, happening, but the fact that we're moving in this way, and I've mentioned in my previous episodes that this is the transition. We're in the transition. We're trannies here. We're in the transition. We're transitioning from anti-crypto to crypto-curious. Get it? We're crypto-curious. So we're transitioning here. We are trannies here in crypto. I am going to move on to the next article and stop talking. Yeah, so there's just a lot of news about that. The SEC, CFTC pairing up, and it's a beautiful thing to see. Solana is making big moves. They got a huge upgrade that just got approved. Is going to increase throughput, transactions per second, things like that. Just makes the whole thing a lot better. But also, there are publicly traded companies, just companies that are stacking Solana as a treasury reserve asset. One called Sol Strategies, literally called for Solana. They changed their name. Sol Strategies, it's a Canadian company, is set to debut on the NASDAQ next week. And it's great to see that there are also altcoin treasury companies popping up now. And this will only supercharge the altcoin rally whenever we see it. Oh, it's coming soon. It's almost here. That's all you hear. Oh, prices are going to go up next week. Oh, look at this, that. Oh my God, we're just on the cusp. We are right there. Prices are going to go so high. And then they just flounder sideways. Blech. But things like this is what will put your mind at ease. Things like this that are happening behind the price. You just pull back the price curtain and you go, wow, look at all this cool stuff happening. Like, literally, treasury companies stacking Solana, like, no small amount. Sol Strategies announced raising $500 million in convertible notes in April to buy Solana tokens. That's a lot of Solana. That's $500 million. And they're going to be publicly traded on the NASDAQ. Here's another company called, what are they called? There's Sol Strategy and there's DeFi. DeFi, what are they called? DeFi Development Corp. They're stacking a ton of Solana too. They just bought another 200,000 Solana, reaching total 2 million Solana held in their treasury. And you just see this happening with other altcoins as well. Ethereum, Solana. We're going to see it for other ones. XRP, Sui, all these other ones. And it's going to drive a lot of money into the market. And the prices don't move. Oh, it's so annoying. But they will. I know. It doesn't seem like it. It doesn't seem like it. It is so ridiculous. You hear things like this and you're like, why isn't everything going straight up? It's because, like I mentioned, we're transitioning. We are transitioning. I'm not going to say more than that. So that, anyways, censorship. Yeah, so a lot of altcoin treasury companies are popping up. Sol Strategy is going to be listed on the NASDAQ. They are stacking up altcoins, baby. And the price will reflect it. I know. It's coming. We're right on the cusp. We're right there. Oh my gosh. Okay, price, you can move now. That would be great. On the topic of crypto treasuries, Sora Ventures launches Asia's first Bitcoin treasury fund. They plan to buy 1 billion Bitcoin within 6 months. That's pretty awesome. And that's a lot of Bitcoin. I mean, it just keeps on coming. The new fund follows the individual Bitcoin treasury firms that have emerged across Asia in recent years, including Japan's Metaplanet, Hong Kong's Moon, Taiwan's DV8, and South Korea's BitPlanet. Like, so many companies that you've never even heard of are stacking Bitcoin into their treasuries. This is where your mind will be put at ease, and we get these crazy price targets. $500,000, $1 million Bitcoin. It's just a slow grind up now. It is not the same as it used to be. We're in the trillions now. There are forces at play. Excuse me. That were not previously there. And a lot of money's flown into crypto. Why isn't the price moving? I can't tell you. There's obviously more sellers than buyers. That's why the price doesn't move. There's fighting back and forth right now. And it will happen. And I think Q4, it's always been bullish. Fourth quarter, everyone's, holidays are coming. Yeah, whoa, Bitcoin. You're sitting at the dinner table with, Uncle Fred and Grandma Mertz and Jimmy, cousin Jimmy, oh, we still on a Bitcoin? Yes, I am. Yeah, oh, can you show us? And then, they all buy Bitcoin. And the Santa rally, it's a real thing. I think we're going to have a great Q4. Starting off 2026 well, continuing to 2036. We'll get past this transition year, this weird transition year. And 2026 will just be bullish. 2027, 2028. Everything's fine. But yeah, Sora Ventures, they're going to buy $1 billion in Bitcoin. It's just the stories are everywhere. There's so many bullish stories. Like, it just doesn't stop. It does not stop. Asia family offices of Japanese firms ramp up crypto exposure. There's so many companies here. Japan is emerging as a corporate hotspot. In August, Tokyo listed Libwork unveiled a $3.3 million Bitcoin strategy. Million, not that much, but it adds up, 3 million here, 5 million there, 10 million, 100 million, billion, it adds up. A lot of Japanese firms are stocking up on their Bitcoin. Things like this. Back Holdings acquired 30% of textile maker Marushu Hara for $150 million, moving it to rebrand as Bitcoin.jp. This company bought 1,000 Bitcoin Metaplanet. They're holding 20,000 Bitcoin worth over $2 billion. Like, so many things. All these other ones, I could keep going. It will add up, and the supply shock will be a real thing. There's not a lot of Bitcoin out there, folks. And that's where you're going to get your $500,000 Bitcoins, $1 million Bitcoins. I mean, if you have countries, companies, retail people holding it, ETFs, it's just a matter of time. It really is. It really is. I know it doesn't seem like it, but it's happening. We are living in it right now. And we'll look back and be like, oh, wow, that was only like 6 months. And we're sitting at like a $500,000 Bitcoin in 2027 or something. What were we worried about? Everything was fine. Should have listened to Saved by the Code. We bring you the juice, baby. Another one here, Taiwan venture capital firm to create 1 billion Bitcoin fund to support. Oh, that's the same people. Sorry. Yeah, there's just a lot of stories about it out there. This Sora raising $1 billion to buy Bitcoin stuff. And it's just a global thing. Here, Belarus seeks to cement role as crypto digital haven. They want to get involved with the crypto train. They want to stack Bitcoin. They want to be pro-crypto. Belarus, little Belarus. And then little Bhutan, a little country that you probably never heard of. They have 100 megawatts of Bitcoin mining capacity to add an additional 500 megawatts. That's a lot of power. They hold like over $1 billion in Bitcoin. They've been mining Bitcoin for years, like quietly, just like didn't announce it. You know, they're just over there like meditating and just like, you know, like they don't post stuff on the news because they're smart. They're not like over here. Everything's instantly on the news. Over there, they've been mining Bitcoin since like 2010 and haven't told anybody. No, not that long, but I think it's been since like 2021 or something. Like they've been mining for a long time and no one even knew until like it started coming out in like 2020. I remember like 2023, and they have been stacking Bitcoin. Little Bhutan, who would have guessed? It's like in the Himalayas. Like they're just like meditating and stuff over there, and they're mining freaking Bitcoin. Like you go Bhutan, but yeah. Just Belarus wants pro-crypto regulation. Bhutan's been mining Bitcoin. I mean, like, it's everywhere. Just look past the price. That's all you gotta do. That's all you have to do. And all of this happened, love him or hate him, because of Donnie freaking T, okay? Sorry, not sorry. It's facts. Factual. It's okay to admit it, too. It's okay. It is just fine. But he is the first crypto president. Very pro-crypto. Think of him what you will. I mean, I'm a single issue voter. Crypto, who's for crypto? Who's for Bitcoin? Let's go here. You know, beautiful stuff. Last story we got for you today. Company Block Earner raises $8 million for Bitcoin-backed home loan deposits. So you can use Bitcoin as collateral to get a home loan. It is a beautiful thing. Interest on those loans set at 9.5%. Extra Bitcoin or a combination of the two. It says here the proposed system will allow customers to borrow up to 60% of a property's value for use as a deposit. Wow. And then you see things like this, like real-world products that are providing real-world use and utility. It's awesome. And we're seeing so many of these products coming out. Yield-generating products where you put your Bitcoin up and you can generate yield from your Bitcoin. Ethereum, you can do that through the network itself. A lot of people are doing that. A lot of countries. Here I have a story. Ethereum whale stakes 645 million ETH. Staking ETH is just you're locking up your Ethereum in computer code basically, and you generate yield from that. I think the yield's like 3%. It's not like a ton or anything. But when you're working with $645 million, 3%'s a pretty penny there. But yeah, just seeing products like this, being able to use your Bitcoin as collateral to get home loans, and countries buying it, and treasury companies, and this and that, and earn yield, and it is happening. It is all happening, and it's all happened this past year. So much of this stuff was there, but it wasn't nearly as like, it is every single day now. There is so many news stories. I have to filter through them. Like I have to pick and choose. I can't, or else these episodes would be 3 hours long, But yeah, I mean, it's just a beautiful thing to see that crypto is taking over the freaking world and that everything is just fine. Alright, folks, that does it for this episode. I deeply, deeply appreciate you all listening, tuning in. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Crypto just floundering sideways. We'll be fine, though. Weekends are always weird. Always weird. But until next time, I do bid you farewell on your cryptocurrency journey.